I think that we have to change the paradigm where we have in the past being actually telling us ourselves, politicians or policymakers, what innovators should do. We have told them, look, innovate in this field or in another field or in nanotechnology or in chemistry or sociology. And now I think that it's time to change that for being the innovators telling us what they actually want to do. Because they are the ones who know where to innovate, where are fields they want to do it, what fields are those that are in the intersection in between different fields. So it's a bit of changing a paradigm where I don't tell you what you should do because I don't know. It's you telling me what you want to do, you innovator. I think we have to change the rules. We have to create programs that are very open, that are not the kind of like planified or programs that are top-down, programs that actually are about a topic or are about a different constraint. Programs have to be open for innovators to come to us. And so you can have a totally different approach in terms of the policy making, which is not about us, is about them. And you'll see that they will come with the ideas. And then we are the ones that should be funding those ideas with grants or loans or different instruments so they can actually put those ideas from paper to a product and actually to create jobs and create companies. That is one of the ideas. There's other ideas that we are looking into it. But of course, it's not about changing everything. I don't believe in changing everything. It's about creating a little bit of a different also way of doing it and see if we then can capture more these of innovators of the digital age. We are by definition very different from the ones before. I think that, you know, Europe, and as you see it today, there's a growing really amount of movements of nationalism, of protectionism. And that is very dangerous for Europe because you look at history, economic history, and you see how Europe was an open continent before the First World War, how Europe 50 years before the First World War was one of the open continents of the world. People will travel without passports to do business around. And then you had the First World War with protectionism and nationalism, xenophobia, and then again the Second World War. And we have actually done what we shouldn't, which was actually close Europe. And then we have spent, since the Second World War, coming back to opening up Europe. And so I'm very worried as a politician that we want again to close Europe, to create protectionist policies. And that's why my policy is called open innovation, open science, and open to the world, because I know that openness creates more wealth, creates more jobs, creates more companies, and creates a fairer society than closeness. And so that's the point that I really wanted to have here very clear, is the importance of scientists, innovators, and companies to create an open Europe that will be a better Europe and not a closed one. We have to help them in terms of having smarter regulation that is not static, that is about the future. You know that in 10, 15, 20 years ago, you could regulate something and that it will be okay because the world was very slow. Now the world is so really speedy that when you're regulating today, you're regulating a future that you don't know. Or if you're regulating a product today, that will not exist in 5 years. So you have to create ways of having a more flexible, smart regulation to help companies, so to create or decrease the barriers for them. And then you have to get out of the way. They are the ones that should do it.